Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
So check it out. The D6 Squad has merch now. We got hoodies, tees, mugs, whatever you need. Check it out. Link in the description. So this play I'm going to show first. I got to get this out of the way. If you play football, you're going to get stiff arm. You're going to get trucked. You're going to get put on your butt. You're going to get mossed. You play basketball, you'll get dunked on. It's just what happens. So we got Bradberry lined up over Metcalf. And before I start this off, the game plan for Metcalf was not, let's put James Bradberry on him and have it so Diggy can make some film sessions and show how good James Bradberry is as a cover corner. This game plan was, let's limit DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett over the top. So we did a great job of that. We did not let them get over the top. And we also saw Metcalf runs a lot of post routes and gets in the end zone on them. Let's not give up the big play on the post route. We also didn't allow that. So let's start this play up. Metcalf is coming out of his break. He turns Bradberry around pretty much as a zone coverage kind of play. And he's open. He's open at this point. Ball's on time. And he tries to swoop inside, which Bradberry does a great job of limiting that. And the rest of the defense does a great job of collapsing on that. Doesn't get the swoop inside. And he's saying the only way I'm going to get any more yards is going through Bradberry. Stiff arms him. But guess what? He makes a tackle. I mean, does anybody realize what the point of who cares if you get stiff arm if you got the guy on the ground? This summarizes the entire game. You let him get his 10, 15-yard catch, but you didn't let him get a 40, 50-yard catch and break the game open, which is what all of the Giants fans wanted. Now, this is what pretty much the Giants were scheming for. They said, don't give up that post route to the inside. When he breaks inside and he gets that head of steam, you're pretty much out of commission. So he's going to run about 8 yards. Let's get this started. He's going to run about 8 yards, get into his break. And as you see at this point, he's already breaking inside. It's telegraphed. He's standing pretty high up. Bradberry is still reading and reacting. I think at this point, Bradberry is committing with him to go inside. I don't think there's any threat of Metcalf, who's not the most horizontally blessed guy. He's not the most agile guy for him to change this route into an outside and up route. So he's pretty confident. He's going to go inside. He's going. He tries to get physical with him. Bradberry stays on his hip. The ball's a little bit overthrown. He had a chance of making a one-handed catch, but if you're a DB and somebody makes that kind of catch, I mean, they just made the catch. Just got to line up and play the next play. But great coverage right there. Limits that post route. Now, when you play against Metcalf and you're trying to limit the plays over the top, this is exactly what you're scared of. You're scared of this. Let's run it. Quick game, out route. Metcalf got him a couple times on these out routes. And like I said, I'm pretty sure Pat Graham was saying, I'd rather give him the outside than the inside. Gave him the out route there. Bradberry takes a pretty bad angle, misses the tackle, and he's up the sideline, but we got Jabril Peppers starting for us, so not that bad of a play. But what you need is Bradberry to come up and make that tackle. I know he's not trying to give up anything over the top, but you want him to be able to come up and make this tackle. But Bradberry's usually good with that, so I'll give him a pass. So in this next play, we got man across the board. This is going to be the only time Metcalf kind of gets inside of him on a post route, and that's because Bradberry made a big mistake. He made a big mistake. He must have forgot who he was playing against. Now, usually, if Bradberry is going against Mike Evans or any one of these guys, Mike Evans or another strong receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, whoever, if for some reason he gets out physical, he has the speed to get back into the play with those guys. But not with DK Metcalf. To be honest, I don't know what his 40 time was, but when I see him on the field, he strikes me as a 4-3 type of player on the field. He's also around 240. So let's roll this play. Man across the board. First off, Bradberry tries to put his hands on him. First of all, you're about 8-9 yards down the field. And Metcalf at this point is a grown man. He's a grown man. He's putting his grown man hands on him. And he's throwing him right out of the picture. So he's going to get the inside because Bradberry tried to turn it into a physical game. It's not a physical game when you have DK Metcalf. You don't play the physical game with him. You can play the pretend physical game where you pretend to touch him and you don't really touch him. But this far down the field especially, you don't want him doing that, man. You don't want him to be able to turn it into a strength matchup. So after he pretty much tosses him out of the picture, he's got the inside all day, every day. The safety's still dropping for some reason. You would expect him to come kind of play that a little better, but that's fine. And the ball's out. Russell gets pressure, and Metcalf just goes up, and he drops the ball. He just drops the ball. I don't know why the safety was jumping for that. That's kind of some strange ball skills, I think, Jabril Peppers, but whatever. I'd rather the safety come and put his helmet, or not his helmet, but his shoulder right in this dude's ribs right here. Punish him for going over the middle. But he drops it either way. But Bradberry can't turn this into a physical game with somebody like this. Luckily, we're not playing DK Metcalf every week, so pretty much against everybody else, he can play exactly like that. Then we got pretty much the last play of this game. You're going to have Bradberry up kind of playing like a deep safety role, kind of like a cover 3 deep safety kind of role. You actually have Jabril Peppers here faking the press on Metcalf. And they're just going to play it deep. Russ is going to run around and try to throw up a Hail Mary. If Leonard Williams wasn't a man out of hell coming on this pressure, Russ is going to be able to hit him right here to the outside on the sideline for a first down out of bounds. And they're probably going to get another shot. But he doesn't. So they're just going to be able to keep sinking. Russ is going to come out, set his feet, and just launch it somewhere near Metcalf's direction. And Bradberry at this point, he has a chance at the ball. He has a chance at intercepting it. He actually looked like he was the best person to be able to intercept that ball when it first got thrown. But, of course, you got the crowd that's going to come over. And guess who knocks it out? JB. Bad news Bradberry. But let's watch this from the second angle so you can see it. Leonard Williams coming in like crazy on a launching it. Bad news Bradberry. Taking flight. Swatting it right up out of there. And notice as everybody else is coming down from their vertical, Metcalf was still coming up. When you're playing somebody like this, I'm telling you, it's not a one-on-one kind of thing. This isn't the real Revis we have here. This isn't Deion Sanders. There's only a couple of cornerbacks in the history of football that really man up with no safety help, that really just say, I'm going to play this dude aggressively. Bradberry doesn't have the physical tools. He's not running a 4-3 out here. So I think Bradberry did a great job against Metcalf. I think he did exactly what Pat Graham wanted him to do, which was limit the big plays. And for the most part, besides that one missed tackle, he limited plays. He didn't give up one catch over 20 yards besides that one tackle, which I say is a pretty good day at the office for a dude that's going down the sideline for 50, 60-yard touchdowns every week. But let's watch it one more time. He's going to knock this out of the picture. And it's just like that, man. You're on your face. You made the game-winning play. Pat Graham told him, this is what we're going to do. He trusted in Pat Graham. I trust in Pat Graham. And let's keep the train moving. Bradberry's going to have another good matchup next week against D-Hop, and I think he'll do better even in that week. So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 squad member. If you're a D6 squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team. If I'm not covering your team, let me know. And have a good one.